So I also entered this piece into the same art competition as the frog and almost got myself disqualified again. Keeping to using Pinterest for reference, I used a picture I did not take and I can't seem to find it on the platform anymore, so I don't know who to give credit to. But I guess the judges couldn't tell when they did their background check, but my dumb butt explicitly told them, hey, I know I'm disqualified, but here's my reasons for this painting. And I thought nothing of it because I was warned beforehand by my art professor that my pieces were disqualified and that I could still enter to get helpful input. Turns out I heard him wrong because only the frog got disqualified and not the tiger. I found this out when I went to meet my professor after getting my judgment. Thankfully, my comment was ignored and I made regionals for this painting. Yay! Since this painting was judged by professionals and instructors, I thought I might share my art process with y'all. Of course, I start with a sketch, and when using a reference, I tend to choose a place or object that would be a good starting point to set the general proportions and to center whatever I'm drawing. In this case, since I didn't show myself sketching, I start with the nose and built outward from there. Had this been a drawing, I would have been more focused on the specifics, but since it gets covered in paint, I line the general differences in shading, lighting, and key points like the mouth and the eyes. Once I'm happy with the sketch, I do a solid base. I know this can be wasteful, but this helps guide me during the rest of the process as I have a habit of mixing up the placement of things because I get confused the longer I stare at the canvas. Although doing a solid base for fur coats is quite common because you build several layers on top and usually the darkest color goes on the bottom. Once the solid base is dried, I determine what the furthest background is and will work my way up to the forefront. If you do this in reverse, things you detailed might get covered, like if I had started with the face instead of the body, then the facial furs would get painted over just so I could do the body portion. For the hair themselves, it's going to be a valued palette starting with the blacks for the white fur and browns for the orange, and slowly building up, doing various stroke lengths and girth. I tend to use the fine and medium round point brushes for the body since those are longer hairs, while using a brush with a flat face for shorter hairs, usually on the face, around the eyes, nose, and mouth because those are pointed, and you just layer from there. During the whole process while doing the lighter hues, I go back down in value to bring out those dark hairs as they begin to disappear. Since the eyes, nose, and mouth are wetter, I give them a more glossy, reflective look to create that effect we would see in real life. During the art competition, when I was being critiqued, the judge informed me that I should have put a little bit more yellow elsewhere in the painting and not just the teeth. That way the piece would have appeared to be more connected visually, like the pinks in the tongue, the nose, and the gums. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Bye!